What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a new YouTube video today. My name is AJTV, and in today's video we're gonna cover, as you guys know, I've been doing spotlights from like just one guardian for now. We have Bergis. In this video we're gonna talk about Artemis. Now the reason why I want to talk about Artemis is because number one, she is a very easy guardian to obtain. Now for the new players, she's also the key to success. Obviously you cannot get a legendary guardian in the beginning. It's going to be very difficult, a lot of grinding that you have to do. That's why I'm making this video. Now a couple of weeks ago I did make a video on a farmable team, all 3 stars, which is the team that should, you know, translate to you guys being able to farm all of these natural 5 stars that the game gives you. Now we're gonna jump right in there. For objective number 1 on Artemis is how to obtain her. How do you get Artemis in the game? You cannot summon her, which is I don't want to say it's bad, but you cannot summon her on the regular scrolls because she is a combination. Now because she's a combination, all she requires is 2 4 stars and 3 3 stars. All of them have to be 5 stars at level 35. They do not have to be powered up, which is really good. That means you don't have to consume a lot of monsters for them. Now, once you get those monsters, you're going to have this choice. You're going to go on the combination thing, and it'll give you the option to combine 3 monsters. As of right now, my recommendation, if you're a new player and you haven't combined any of them, I'm going to highly suggest Artemis, because she has one of the highest damage outputs in the entire game if you build her right. I've fought some of them, even on high level ranking arena, that have taken down my DNs and even my Nexus in 1 hit. So she is pretty strong, you know, very useful. Now, once you get her, there's only 2 directions that really matter to me. I've seen one of my the guild members that I'm with, he actually uses the queen version because it has this power that it can one-shot everybody. But it's all about luck, so I don't want to do that one. Me personally, I actually built the knight version when I first got her. She does have a skin. She doesn't look like this. I'll show you the way, like how she looks in normally. This is just a skin. She was the very first one I had. Now her build, not the best one in the world, just because I did take all of her stuff down and put it on other monsters that I use now. For example, like my Tan, my Dia. Some of the rooms are all scattered around. So she's just there for the fun. I use her every now and then. Now, but the direction that really matters is the Rook version, and I'll tell you guys why. Just because, number 1, her last skill is attacks the enemy in the range 4 consecutive times to inflict damage that's proportionate to your attack power and the target's max HP. Ignores defense of the target that currently possess higher HP than yours. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that word properly. Don't scream at me. I'm trying my best. But anyways, the point here is, because of that doesn't mean that you have to put a ton of HP. Now, of course, it's nice to have some HP on her. So what I'm thinking is, she's getting revamped, by the way, guys. I'm reworking her completely. Obviously, you want HP percentage here. You want her to have some sort of sustain, because you're going to use her on bosses. You might use her on arena. She's very useful for a lot of things. In arena, the good thing is that, obviously, if the Nexus has more HP than her, she's going to hit really hard. Your main priority on her is having critical damage, critical rate, and attack. Like I said, guys, I am working on her. Her critical damage is just a mere 55%. That is absolutely nothing. Critical rate, yes, we have 100, but then again, it's not high attack or not high critical damage. Now, in my opinion, for you guys, and obviously I put these monsters together just because they are fairly new. Oh wow, I'm gold. I'm sorry, guys. I have not played a lot of arena lately, just because I've been testing stuff out. I've been busy too. But for example, we'll throw her here instead of Tan. Now, the beautiful thing about her is that the knight version, obviously, you know, she's pretty good for PvP. Now, does this guy? Okay, this guy has Bergis. I'm just gonna move my Cosmo over here, put what I needed. Invincibility. Now the teams I recommend on this one for farmable people, and I'm putting this one on the farmable list, Claudia. Claudia is actually pretty easy to obtain. It's her. The reason why I'm recommending you guys use her is because of the fact that she can give attack, critical damage. It'll make it better. It'll make you hit a lot harder too. The other thing is that she can reactivate the character, which will be really good when you're in using the night version. You can just move your Artemis, reactivate her, use the attack buff and everything, and she's gonna hit like a rock. Chances are that you are actually gonna get somebody killed in a one-shot hit. That if you're, if she's very well equipped. Now the other person I highly recommend for her is Miss Dale. I will show you guys after this battle who she is. A lot of you probably know who she is. She's very easy to obtain. Matter of fact, she was one of my first attackers in the entire game. She's the girl with the cowboy hat and the rifle. You won the night version of her, and it's because of the same reason as Claudia. Just because she has a critical damage buff and a critical rate buff, meaning that one is actually better. Here you see we're perfectly positioned because of the invincibility. They couldn't take me down. She just took down the Nexus with one attack. So you see, like there you can see how, and obviously she will get you very high. She can honestly get you to platinum, I want to say. Once you get to the diamond is where you'll see people running just a bunch of legendary guardians. That's where things get a little difficult. Now, my recommendation, I'll show you the 4 guardians. Number 1, Shade, just because he will buff the attack power and the defense, making her, a little tankier and a little bit more powerful in the attack matter of it, which is good. The other one, if you can mix Shade with her, it's looking pretty good, because here we're looking at increase the critical rate and critical damage of all allies. So now you have critical rate, critical damage, and attack power from Shade. So there you have her to hit as hard as she can. Defense wise, I highly recommend Maria, just because of the invincibility and the fact that, in case they kill her, she can just revive her. Maria is a very useful character for Artemis. And then we got Claudia, which if you do get your hands on Knight Claudia, please keep her. The reason why is because she's a mix of Miss Dale and Shade, but this is what makes her very special. You have the activates an ally target that acted and becomes able to act. So right there, she's going to be able to go off again. Basically, in a PvP battle, you can move her closer to the Nexus, then you reactivate her, then you use this, you increase her attack power and critical damage. And chances are that you either take the Nexus down, it's low level, high level Nexus, you might have to do it in 2 turns, but you're guaranteed to win the battle, most likely. If you do want to mix her up with Anubis is a great choice just because he actually makes everybody invincible, not only her. So this one will just make it better and easier to get to the Nexus. Now we're going to go into the equipment. What I recommend, I'm going to show you this one just because this one is alright, not the best. Obviously, I'm running Violent just for the critical damage substat, 30%. I'm also running Blade just because I need the critical rate to make sure it's all the way up to 85. Now, even if you don't get it to 85, it's okay. If you have a Miss Dale, she will give you an extra 30%. So you could honestly have her at about 55%. With a Miss Dale on your team, she's going to get it all the way up to the 85 that you need. But this is what needs to change in mine. If you're lower level, then again, I recommend you do attack percentage for this war. You want attack percentage because it's going to give you the most. You want critical rate substats and critical damage. This one does have HP, not the best one because you don't want her to have too much HP if you get the Rook version. You want HP on this one just because this is what's going to give you the most HP out of the whole thing, just so she can survive. Here we have a perfect example. Critical damage, critical rate, violent rune, substat of critical damage plus 30%. Perfect. The other stuff is just a bonus. Pincery attack, not the most useful thing. Accuracy, whatever. Who gives a shit? This one I kept it because even though it's a 4-star, the substats are actually pretty good. We have critical rate 9%, attack 9%, solid attack plus 15, and it is a percentage one for pincery attack. Useful. Here I would love to have a critical damage one with critical rate substats, but it's actually the best I can do right now. I haven't farmed on that dungeon in a little bit. And then here we go again, another 4-star, but it's just the fact that it has 12% critical rate plus its blade. So the substat mixed with this ring alone will give you just 20% critical rate. I did add these two because I needed some attack, 10%. But my recommendation, if you have enough critical rate substats and good attack, just do the whole thing violent. You can do 2 of these sets. That's already an extra 60% critical damage. If you get it, like I said, to 55 and you're able to have a Miss Dell that can boost her critical rate and critical damage, you're looking at an extremely powerful Guardian that's going to take you very far. Beautiful thing, it'll take you all the way up in the arena. You can get your Nexus better. It just makes the game a lot easier. You can also have everything auto-attacking the dungeons. She can easily clear like B10s, and especially the Rook version, because she can be far away from the bosses. She will take care of them with a lot of damage, especially her last power, because bosses do have higher HP than her. She will be able to hit and penetrate the defense at all times. Guys, thank you for watching the video about Artemis. You know, if you guys have any more questions, if you guys want any Guardians for me to do a video on, just let me know. I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment, leave a like, and have a great day. Or not. The choice is up to you.